So you finally got the courage to ask that girl out on a date. Congratulations. But now you got to decide on the drip, specifically what shoes to wear. Lucky for you, I made a list of the top 10 best shoes to wear on a first date for $100 and below. Obviously that list is going to be highly subjective to me. What I think makes a great shoe for a first date is a shoe that is simple, elegant, and one that matches lots of styles and different fits. So a shoe that's pretty versatile. Each one of these shoes is readily available for $100 and below, so you're not going to be breaking the bank. And I reviewed all these shoes on my channel except for the first one, and I'll be leaving a link to the reviews of all the shoes in the list down in the description, so check that out. So in no particular order, let's get into the list. At number 1, we got the Converse Chuck Taylor All-Star. I know it's a plain Jane shoe, but these white high tops look so clean and they go with everything. In my opinion, the white colorway is the way to go. They do have other colorways you can choose from, and at that $65 MSRP, it's going to be a great way to let her know that you're a chill, clean dude. Personally, for me, the high tops are the way to go. I love these in the high top form. They do come in low top, but in my opinion, if you want the low tops, you should go with number 2. And at number 2, we got the Converse 1-Star. I'm sorry you had to look at this. I totally forgot to clean these. But I love these shoes. These shoes are great. They look obviously way better when they're clean. They're a lot more simplistic than Chuck Taylor's. And to me, they really embody that classic sneaker silhouette really well. The star logo on the side is really simple and clean, and the shoe overall is just super vintage looking. It's also got this really nice rough suede that really adds to that vintage look. These black ones I personally think look really good with kind of grungy outfits. So if you're looking to attract that emo babe, these come highly recommended. Right now they only have the 1-Star Pro Suede, which is pretty much just the skate version of the shoe, which just means that it's going to last a little bit longer. It's going to be a little more durable. But for $75 MSRP, you get a vintage ready date shoe. If you want something a bit more refined and with more colorways, at number 3, we got the Adidas Gazelles. I love Gazelles. These are some of my favorite trainers from Adidas. I actually recently bought the burgundy ones. They were just so clean, so beautiful, I had to get them. Instead of suede like the previous shoes, these actually have a nubuck upper, which is really soft and feels quite velvety, so a little more classy, which is perfect for that first date. It's such a great shoe from Adidas, and they come in tons of colorways. You definitely can't go wrong wearing these on a first date. These used to MSRP for $80 not too long ago, but now they MSRP for $100, so they're just barely making the list now. But if you want something that's a bit more leathery, at number 4 we got the Adidas Samba. Yes sir, the first leather shoes on the list. These are also some great trainers from Adidas. Unfortunately they only really come in like 2 colorways, this white one and a black one. Those are the main colorways. Adidas did start introducing other colorways for these, which is cool. These white ones are definitely going to go with more outfits. This shoe is very classy looking with that color palette, and to me this color palette is perfect for more kind of autumn winterish fits. They really seem to complement those types of fits well. So for $75 MSRP, if you got a date in the fall, this is going to be the one you're going to want to pick. At number 5, we got the Puma Clyde and the Puma Suede, pretty much. A double whammy at number 5. I originally wanted to just include the Clyde, but the Suede is so similar, and it's another option that you guys can use for a first date. The main difference being that the Clydes usually come in leather, while the Suedes, well, you know. It's a super clean silhouette, a very simple shoe. I really like this, I think it's called a 4-strip from Puma. I think it adds a really nice touch of contrast, and these also actually come in a decent amount of colorways. Same could be said for the Suedes. So for $70 MSRP, you can get a simple date ready shoe. I usually find these on sale a lot, so you can definitely get a good bargain with these. Now if you want something that's a bit simpler but with a little more renown, shall we say, at number 6 we got the Stan Smith. Adidas making the list again. These are a classic. I had to include these. One of the pinnacles of classic white sneaker. This really simple leather shoe is perfect for a first date. Super clean silhouette. They come in lots of colorways, but for me the white with the tennis court green is going to be the way to go. That splash of green really adds to the shoe. So for $95 MSRP, you can get this iconic classic white leather shoe. for your first date. Switching things up a bit, at number 7, we got the Reebok Club C85. You're gonna have tons of options with these. Reebok has lots of colorways and lots of spin-offs of this shoe. I have 2 videos comparing different versions of this shoe. Personally, for me, for the first date, I did like the vintage version of this shoe. So this is the vintage Club C85. Now, what makes these the vintage Club C85s is really just the colorway. Super comfortable shoe. This is one of the most comfortable sneakers that I have in my personal collection, and I really like that off-white colorway. If you're tired of the classic white shoe, you want something that's a little different, you want to mix it up, this off-white color is such a really nice color. So for $75 to $85 MSRP, depending on which one you get, you can get a vintage off-white sneaker that's perfect for a first date. If you want another vintage shoe option, at number 8 we have the ONITSUKA Tiger Mexico 66. These also come in a ton of colorways. It's a little less simple, but it's such a great vintage trainer. This is probably the most vintage trainer I've ever owned. And what I mean by that is that it's super bare bones. Literally, there's not a whole lot of lining. It's pretty much just straight leather that you're gonna be wearing. These are really, really slim. It's almost kind of like a sock. It's so thin, but I personally love them. They remind me a little bit of the Club C85s, just because there's lots of overlays and they're very vintage, but this one's gonna be a lot slimmer. So if you want something that's pretty unique for a first date for $100 MSRP, this shoe is going to be the one you're going to want to pick up. At number 9, we got the Nike Blazer. I had to include a Nike shoe in the list. This is going to be another high top option for you guys. Just a very simple but very clean looking shoe, and a very cool looking shoe. Like, wearing these, you're twice as cool, like automatically. Now, I am cheating with these a little bit. This one specifically, you're not going to be able to get for $100 and under. You're going to be getting the black and white version of the shoe, and even then I'm still cheating a little bit because these MSRP for $105. Such an awkward price. They used to be $100 flat, but now they're trying to squeeze another $5 out of you. They're trying to get a tip out of you, but whatever, I put it on the list. So if you want your date to think you're as cool as a cucumber, you're gonna have to spend that extra $5. At number 10, we got pretty much any of the Nike court shoes. Specifically, I'm gonna be referring to the Nike Court Vision, the Nike Court Legacy, and the Nike Court Royale. Again, I'm cheating with this one because I'm a cheater. I'm sorry, babe. So a triple whammy at number 10. The Court Visions are like if the Air Forces lost some weight. Overall, they're slimmer and they're not as plushy. They're cheaper than the Air Forces, and they look, to me, better for a first date. So at $70 MSRP, if you get these instead of the Air Forces, you're gonna be getting a clean sneaker, and you'll still have enough left over for dinner with your date. The Nike Court Legacy shoes, they're gonna be similar, but they do have a little bit of a different design. These are gonna be even slimmer still, and there's not that many color choices with these, unfortunately. But like the Court Visions, these are very clean, and for $60 MSRP, you really can't go wrong with these. Even simpler and cheaper than the Nike Court Legacies are gonna be these, the Nike Court Royales. The Nike Court Royale 2. They're not gonna be the most comfortable shoe, but at that rock bottom $55 MSRP, if you're down bad and you need the cheapest date ready shoe, or if you really just want a really inexpensive shoe, these are going to be the one. So that's going to be my top 10 or top 13 shoes for a first date for $100 and under. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section. Also, let me know, guys, what are your guys' top 3 shoes for a first date? And let me know what other top 10 type content you guys want me to make. Like I said, the reviews for most of these shoes are going to be linked down in the description below, so go check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the content, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one.